Hey everybody, we've got the house all sprayed out with a couple different colors. We've got the main body color, we've got accent colors sprayed out. We've been trimming around all sides of this house as we go in as we're working in the shade all day. So today I started out working on the south side before the sun got too hot. I worked my way around to the west side. Now I'm in the shade, and this will be in the sun in about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So I'm going to get this large gable in and three windows done here, corner boards, and get them double coated and probably pull the masking, and then work my way on the north side. I'll be in the shade for the rest of the day, and then I can also go work on the east side, which will be in the shade the rest of the day. But I'm ready to trim these windows out. I don't need my brush. I need my brush for other things in the house, but not these windows. If there's a lip, an underside lip on these, the flashing on top of the window, then I do slide my brush under those. Like sometimes if there's just a little bit of a gap, then let's grab that. Get the paint up in there. I'm using a 3/4 inch nap mini roller. It's kind of thick. So I'll take one stroke down the board so it's nice and even. Get plenty of product on. I'm going to go like that. I'm going to flip it. Get some of the excess product off of the roller on that tape line. And then what I do for this edge here is I angle my roller outwards as I roll this. And what that does is it lays the hair down on the roller. It lays it down so I can roll this edge and get a somewhat fine line on the outside edge without brushing it. There are parts of the house where I'm using my brush to cut a nice super straight edge where they're more higher profile areas of the house, like right next to the door, right next to a sidewalk, and on some of the deck areas right where people are sitting and looking at them. But this line looks pretty good. It's going to get a double coat. So I'm using Benjamin Moore Guard. This is super white and it's low luster. This is the sheen. So if there's any nail holes, any minute nail holes left over or wood graining, if you want to fill it all with paint. If there's any knot holes, any texture, just make sure it's totally solid white. I got a tiny bit right here in the house. So that's one coat on the window. I'll show you the edge here. It's pretty good for a 3/4 inch nap mini roller. Pretty good, I'd say. So that's with the camera really close. It's super close. So here's this big gable I'm going to do all the way across from the ladder, and we got another window, then we're wrapping around to the front porch, and some of the front's done, but we're going to continue on. So this is how I paint my fascia boards. I'm going to go across this whole gable using extension ladders. This is going to be 2 coats of paint. This is the first coat. And you get a second coat after a little while. So the first thing I do is I take my angled sash brush. I've already painted the shingle molding down here to my right. So I'm going to just paint it right here up above me. Get a lot of product on my brush, and I put it onto the face of the shingle mold first. And it's a nice wet brush. And I brush that in 2 directions. I cut it in up against the composite shingles there in 2 directions. And then I put some paint on the bottom of that. And I get a nice wet brush again. And I go further. Cut it right up all the way against the bottom of those shingles. Making sure it's solid white. 2 directions because it's quite textured. And I put my brush in my ladder when I'm done cutting in. Dip my roller real nice and wet. before I roll that out perfectly, I'm just going to add more paint to my surface here. And I can roll that all out at once. To get a little more paint in the knot hole here. If you got any nail holes, cracks, or any voids, just make sure you're filling them with paint on every coat of paint. And I'll roll my bottom edge. This is called the trailing edge. This is the trailing edge of the fascia board. I'm going to tip my roller instead of rolling it flat. I'm actually going to tip it, and I work my paint towards that inner edge to where I don't have a big heavy deal of paint coming up on the inside of this fascia. So after I do that, go ahead and I'll cut in some more shingle mold here. You start off brushing the brick mold again on every new section, and when you're brushing up here, make sure you're paying attention to getting in all the textured, the roughness of the texture here. Just swiping your brush across it once or twice is not gonna get in between all the pits and voids. So look close, make sure it's real nice and wet looking, and you see that wetness filling in all these little pits of the texture. This is a rough texture cedar trim is what it is. We call it rough cut cedar. So slide those bristles all the way up there to the edge. And I'll cut in as much of the shingle molding as I can here while I got the brush in my hand. So I'll go all the way to my left with it. When I dip my brush, I just give it a little shake. I don't really tap it on the sides or anything. Okay. So I'll just throw my brush in the ladder rung so I can still hang on to the ladder. I got my bucket hanging on a bucket hook on the ladder, so I don't have to hold that. Got my 4-inch mini roller with a 3/4 inch nap on it. Putting the paint on nice and wet. You can lay it all off. Make the bottom edge. You might just take some paint off the face. It's pretty wet. And then roll that out. That's how we roll out fascias here at JMS Painting. This is going to get a double coat real soon. Thanks for watching. Okay, thanks for watching. This is how you do some trim work on an exterior paint job. Have a great day. This is how you unmask Jason's windows if you're Guy. Wow, look at that paint job. Look at that. Nice job. Sweet.
This is a special adapted knife that doesn't scratch glass, so I can just jam it in.
Yeah, don't scratch your glass. Okay, the job's getting really close to done. This is what it's looking like. Got one belly band to double coat right there above my boss's head. Got the the white double coated. We got to paint the door jamb. I think it's going a similar color, or the door itself, I'm sorry, I got to go a similar color red with that. We just did all the gables over here. The window trim is done. We're going to be painting the railings just after lunch. Ooh.
looking sexy.
It's looking sexy. Hey, awesome job.